This NFL drama is just great. So Asante Samuel is upset because Deion Sanders made fun of the T-step technique, and he didn't like that. So he said, "Here's your yearly reminder about my stats compared to Deion, saying that he's better than him." If you just look at this, you're kind of like, okay, well, Super Bowl stat, that's not really a cornerback stat. 7 playoff interceptions, okay, that's good. 51 interceptions to 53, okay. And then he's like, oh, well, Deion Sanders played way more games. Well, yeah, sure, he played more games, but they weren't throwing to him. They still threw to you. Like, we need to look at total attempts of passes toward Deion versus you. And this guy said that exact thing. I want to see how many total passes defended. Asante Samuel put most of this on here, but he didn't read the full thing. He's like, Asante Samuel had 164 versus Deion, 94. Interception rate, 56% for Deion, with only 31% for Samuel. And he doesn't even look it down here, but Asante Samuel played 31 less games than Deion, yet he still had 70 more passes defended. Think about that. Asante Samuel had 70 bona fide plays to intercept the ball than Deion had in his career, and still comes past Prime in his total. Yet Prime would have 39 additional touchdowns if given the same amount as passes defended as Asante Samuel. Like, dude's not even double checking what he's posting. And don't get me wrong, Asante Samuel's no scrub. He's not a good cornerback. He's a great cornerback. When he's trying to say he's better than Deion, when Deion's clearly beating him in every statistical category except for tackles, because Deion didn't tackle. That was like his one downside. But like Pro Bowls, 8 versus 4. All Pro, 8 versus 2. Defensive Player of the Year, 1 versus 0. Like, it's not really that close, man. And then so him and Shannon Sharp get into it, and he decides to post this play of Rex Grossman throwing up a ball. And he's like, yeah, check out my good plays right here. Dude, that was Rex Grossman. The same guy who only had 1 full year actually playing as a starter. And in that year, he threw 20 interceptions. This guy had more interceptions in his career than touchdown passes. Like, come on, man. Dude, you can't show your highlight. You have way more interceptions. I'm sure you had a better one to show than this one. And then he came out here and said, Shannon Sharp, you're saying that nobody could ever be better than him. And no, we're not saying no one could ever not be better than Prime. Someone could eventually be better than Prime. But you just weren't with those stats. That's just not how it was, man. We're comparing numbers here, and Asante Samuel was never there. But Asante Samuel is still an amazing cornerback. Like, great. I'm not going to say good. He was great. So, but he was not better than Deion.